What up? This is Rap HITZ. So Wack 100 is finally changing his tune on Lil Zay Osama.
Any update with the Lil Zay Osama situation?
Lil Zay Osama, we went through his paperwork. This is the thing. There is nothing in the paperwork that says Lil Zay Osama told on anybody in particular. The breakdown of the paperwork, personal opinion, is definitely suspicious because we don't understand why the feds usually take a case from the state to give you more time. The state of New York would have gave him 3, 5, 7, 8 years, right, for this. That's New York. The feds gave him 14 months. So that's a little weird. And every time he had a felony, it got dropped to a misdemeanor. So this, and the AUSA was recommending that he get time, and usually the judge goes with the AUSA recommendation. No, but we don't know. Maybe the Uber wasn't ordering his name. Maybe it was some details in that case to where it could have went either way. Now we're going to dig and get the discovery, because if in the discovery these things are there that the Uber wasn't ordered in his name, or it was other fingerprints along with his on there, then we need to put this same shit on the internet to show this is the reason why he got it. Right now, we are definitely scratching our head on how he got it. But is there anything in the paperwork that say Zay Osama gave up information? If there's safety valve, is there a rule 35? Nothing's there to say that this man gave up information. It's just the particular of the case and the time he got from what we used to seeing 10 out of 10 people get is just a little suspicious.
So he wanted like an apology if you couldn't come with like the snitch paperwork stuff. Is he gonna get one or fuck that?
I did it on No Jumper. I called him.
Oh, okay.
And that's why right now when you ask me, I could have kept, nah wooty woo. So at the end of the day, and I'ma still stand on it, because I really at this point, I want to go find a discovery, and I want the discovery to say it was more fingerprints on the gun than his. I want the discovery to say somebody else ordered the Uber, so it was a different account, and the gun was ultimately found in the back, and maybe it's possible, because now at that point I can say, well, this is the reason why he got the 14 months, and at this point, it's not even a need to question that. So because we started it, now me and my team, we gotta end it. We gotta end it with either, nigga, this is the reason, or it's questionable. But I will tell you this. There's nothing in the documents we're reading now that say he got a Rule 35 safety valve or he cooperated. But if all things in there to say, what the fuck is going on? This is machine gun. The AUSA was recommending severe time, and he got this. But now we got to go dig and see why he got that. And it's probably there. It's just probably in the discovery. So we're going to keep it going. But at this point, there's nothing to say he gave up information or cooperated to get the 14 months. But we still haven't found out the details and particulars on how he got the 14 months.
So Lil Zay and Wack got into it real heated last week. Now, this week, Wack is changing his tune because he looked into the paperwork and he's finding out that there is no evidence of Lil Zay Osama telling on nobody to get a reduced sentence for that switch with a thumper. So he got caught with that switch and a thumper out in New York, and Wack was saying, ain't no way you only got 14 months. You know what I'm saying? So Zay was like, no, he said his record ain't really that bad. He said a lot of his felonies got, reduced to misdemeanors with plea deals, and, upon completion of his sentence and stuff like that. So, he's saying his record ain't as bad as you probably think it is. And plus, he said the judge was cool to where, his lawyers were saying like, Lil Zay is a rapper, a successful rapper, and You know what I'm saying? He's doing well in life. You know, he has an opportunity to make it out the trenches, and you know what I'm saying. So the judge, he's saying, took sympathy on that. Like, yeah, he you know what I'm saying, he might be doing rap music, but he's bettering his life. You know, he's staying out of the streets and doing music. So the judge, I guess, decided to give him a light sentence, and it's unheard of. It's really unheard of for. This is what Wack's problem is he's saying, like, ain't no way you got 14 months. Plus he had time served too, so it was only like, I think he only did like less than a year when it came down to it. So for a switch, that's just crazy. I mean, most people thinking, like, the word is if you get caught with a switch, you're doing time, like more than the 3 to 5 that they really can give you without a switch. People are thinking if with the switch, you're doing like 5 to 7. You know what I'm saying? You're going to at least do 5 to 7 people thinking. You know what I'm saying? That's the word. And I think that's what you would expect from a high profile case like with the celebrity, is that, you know, the people would be like, you would think the judge and all them would be like, okay, people are watching this case. This is a high profile celebrity. Let's make sure we give him, you know what I'm saying, some significant time to make sure that it deters, you know what I'm saying, his fans and stuff from copying. But maybe it's the other way around. Maybe they don't want to discourage people from having switches. Maybe that's what the play is. You never know. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the system needs to fill these jails up and, you know, keep on having us take each other out or something. Who knows? But whatever the case is, that's crazy work to get only 14 months. Now, in the last video with Zay and Wack, it went way left though. It went left to where Zay was defending himself to the point where they had to, academics had to mute some of it because it went so left. Zay was talking about pulling up the Wack. Wack was talking about, you know what I'm saying, boxing and, you know what I'm saying, throwing hands, catching a fade type stuff. But Zay was talking about, you know what I'm saying, switching up Wack and stuff. And then, you know what I'm saying, he's almost self-admitting and self-incriminating himself again, saying like he was right away talking about switching up Wack. He you know what I'm saying, he wasn't talking about lighting them up with a regular, you know what I'm saying, stick or nothing. Nah, it sounded like he was talking about switching up Wack. Now, you know what I'm saying, a lot of it was muted, so you know what I'm saying, not a lot of it. The discussion went left to where you could hear them going back and forth, and Zay was getting super heated. Nobody really ever stepped to Wack like this, I don't think. I think Zay probably got the win. He almost pulled Wack's card, you could say. You could almost say Zay pulled Wack's card. Now, Zay wanted an apology. Wack did not give that to him. He still to this day won't give it to him, even though he admitted that, you know what I'm saying, there was no really nothing in the paperwork to say that he snitched, you know what I'm saying, or told on nobody. So Wack is admitting that. He's giving him that. He's saying, yeah, Zay is right, you know what I'm saying, there is no incriminating, you know what I'm saying, stuff in there, in that paperwork. So that's as far as an apology that Wack is going to give Zay, though. He ain't giving Zay the full apology that Zay wants, because Wack would need to humble himself to do that. And at this point, it sounds like, according to what I'm hearing from my sources, is that Wack is saying it went too far left. Like, Zay went all out, but as he should, right? I mean, you can't really blame Zay for going all out and crashing out on Wack, because, you know what I'm saying, at this point, Wack, I think, you know what I'm saying, his pride got a little deflated now. He's like, he really needs to humble himself now, because he got stepped on. You know what I'm saying? Zay stepped on Wack. He really little sunned Wack 100. Nobody really saw this before. I mean, people have went against Wack before. They've bit back, you know, barked back at him. You know what I'm saying? I've seen it before, but what Zay did was, I think, over the top. Like, Zay probably gets the award for the one who went at Wack the most gully. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think anyone really can compete with what Zay did. Zay really went at Wack. He said, you got something to live for. You care about your life and stuff. He's saying, Zay was saying he's willing to crash out. He's saying he's actually in his city right now, hanging with the Bloods. He's hanging with Bloods in California, in your neck of the town. So he's saying, pull up. Let's see what it is. You know what I'm saying? Zay was telling Wack, let's go now. Where you at? You know what I'm saying? What? Drop the low. You know what I'm saying? Type stuff. So Wack was shook. He wasn't expecting someone to bark back that hard at him. I don't think. Like, especially talking about he's there right now. Pull up, and it sounded like Wack was trying his best to avoid, that whole confrontation. It sounded like he's saying no, he's not really in that area right now. It sounded like he's trying to say he's out of town or something. It sounded like, and Zay was like, well, we here. You know what I'm saying? I'm here. You know what I'm saying? So Zay sounded like he running through California, and you know what I'm saying, the way he talked that way, he said he was asking his guys with him. He was saying, do any of y'all know Wack, you know what I'm saying, to be known for some gangster stuff? And you know what I'm saying, he's basically clowning Wack, like saying, you know what I'm saying, you a has-been. He's saying he's old. He was saying he's old, he ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying, that's how Chicago gets down too. They don't really respect the OGs. Like Wack's used to being in California where, you know what I'm saying, he gets respect probably based off of his previous life. You know what I'm saying? That's how Wack's used to. He's used to be having a lot of respect on his name for being an OG and being known for putting in work. He even said, how you think he got his name? Wack 100. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. He said, Wack. You know what I'm saying? That's his name. He didn't get that name for no reason, because he is whacking people. You know what I'm saying? That sounded like, I heard him say that before. I ain't got the clip or nothing, but you know what I'm saying? You can take that alleged if you want, but I'm telling you what I heard. So, anyways, though, Wack 100 is I think California, puts more respect on the OG's names, though. I think they really have that structure out there with their organizations. This is just what what I've been hearing. They probably have more of a structure, because from what it looks like is Chicago has been kind of like insane for a while, where they don't necessarily have that structure anymore like they used to in the 90s and the 2000s, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that, where, especially like the 80s and stuff, and 90s and 2000s, where it seemed like Chicago had much more structure with their organizations out there before. Now, from what I've been hearing, it's pretty wild, you know what I'm saying? It's like people was really doing what they want. They getting their cliques, they forming their cliques, you know what I'm saying, it's really block orientated and set orientated, and not so much going by, you know what I'm saying, BD literature and rules. And I don't know, that's what I've been hearing, is a lot of that stuff's out the window now. They just really just kind of like the chain of command isn't really being respected, from what I've been hearing. Maybe not all of them, maybe not all the organizations, but that's what I've been hearing about a lot of these organization and blocks. You know what I'm saying, and they're not necessarily always going. They're not necessarily going with what was set up for them from the founders, you know what I'm saying, with the structure and the policies and the literatures and the, you know what I'm saying, the education that goes with it, you know what I'm saying, of being part of that crew. I'm hearing some of that stuff's out the window in Chicago. So that's where I think Zay gets this, you know what I'm saying, they're built different, these generations, to where they ain't necessarily putting no respect on your name just because you were OG. You know what I'm saying? They ready to crash out on anybody and take the OGs out if they got to. You know what I'm saying? From what I understand. So I think Wack was not expecting what happened, and I think it almost sounds like he shook, to be honest. You know what I'm saying, I ain't really sure, but it kind of looks like, to me, what I've been hearing from Wack after I heard his response to Zay, I would say it sounds kind of like he shook. It sounds like he shook now, because they just really unexpectedly stood up to him. Like he wasn't, he's used to barking and being a lot of one in the room barking. And then when Zay got up with him, he wasn't expecting that. You know what I'm saying? The type of timing Zay was on. So, but I just don't think Wack's gonna give him that apology just based off of, being how Zay confronted him and challenged him. I don't think you can really go back from that, because Wack was talking real crazy about Memo 600 too. I did a video on that. You can go back and check that out if you want. But Wack highly disrespected Mimo. He took it there because he said, you know what I'm saying, so you know it's on next time I see you. He said that's why he said that. He said he disrespected Mimo's like mother or something real crazy. He did something real wild in his disrespect for Mimo just recently. And you know what I'm saying? So Wack specifically said this is so you know it's smoke. You know what I'm saying? Now you gotta step when you see me, you know what time it is, because what I just said. He's saying. So Lil Zay, yeah, he went all out and he pretty much crashed out on Wack 100. He let him know what time it is, and you know what I'm saying, that is smoke basically, and you know what I'm saying, he's not playing with him. So I don't know if this is gonna ever settle before they might run into each other. But Zay don't seem to be backing down. Zay seems to be all out, ready for smoke. Zay doesn't seem to be backing down at all. He's gonna be rolling through the city, not necessarily looking for Wack, but he's not bothered. You know what I'm saying? Zay is not gonna be trying to duck Wack. It don't sound like so. I don't know. And then Zay, you know what I'm saying, Zay's gonna have to just, you know what I'm saying, I guess if they run into each other, it is what it is. I mean, I don't know if he's willing to really crash out, or if he is in the moment he was upset. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you say things when you're upset, but I don't think it's time to be trying to figure that out. I don't think they should really be, you know, seeing each other. It'd be, you know what I'm saying, best if they don't see each other unless they can somehow get on the phone and figure out a solution, figure out some type of way to squash this. You know what I'm saying, and some diplomacy, you know what I'm saying, some diplomacy. I think that's what they need, because maybe there could be a mediator or something. Ack really got this kicked off. It's almost like Ack is, you know what I'm saying, in the business now of kind of getting things kicked off. He's arranging these situations for them to go at each other, and he's in the background enjoying it. Is looking like, now I kind of see why people are saying Ack was the reason behind a lot of stuff in Chicago. At first I was trying to defend him because I was saying like, okay, he's just a blogger, you know what I'm saying, a podcaster. Ain't nobody really, you can't really blame him for talking about the smoke and stuff. But then after seeing his behavior with this Wack and Zay, plus with other, you know, this ain't the first time Ack's done this. He's done this before, and it's like he'll get two ops on the phone, and it's like he's really enjoying being the one to bring them together for smoke over the phone, over the internet. And it's like he's really, it's almost, you can see it in him while he's listening to the conversation. And then, you know what I'm saying, you can really see it in him kind of that he really is enjoying this.
Yeah, okay, what I'm asking, do you have black and white? I don't know, answer the question. Do you have black and white? I think you've been a rat. I'm gonna be real.
Oh shit. Oh man.
Hey, listen. Hey, Wack. We're one day in jail for a rifle. But you see me, you gotta have that energy though, folks. Hey, bro, you ain't nobody, bro. You knockout bait. You ain't nobody. On Paru, I'll beat your ass with one hand tied behind my back for 50,000. Dead homie.
Oh shit. That's the 50
nigga, you better watch who you talking to. You a little boy, nigga. For 50 racks on my dead homies, I tie my head behind my back and I beat your little ass. Hey, you bitch ass nigga. Let's put it together then. Fuck is you talking about? Okay, do we got a bet that I'll put it together then? Do we got a bet? Fuck what? I will beat your ass. Baby, let's do it, nigga. Okay, when you coming out? On my baby, let's do it. Okay, I'm in LA every day, all day. Let's do it. I'm in LA every day, all day. Let's do it. You coming out? I'll be outside every day. I'll be outside every day.
He said when you coming to LA.
Listen. I live in LA, my nigga. I live here. Remo. Remo. I'm back. Hey, Remo. Hey, do I be outside, Remo? Okay, that's cool. I ran into a people. So you saying that I won't say it in your face is what you saying. Listen, what I'm telling you is exactly what I told them. Listen. Little boy. Let me tell you. Let me tell you though. Niggas like you get fucked in the penitentiary. Little boy. You a little boy, nigga. Listen. Niggas be like Remo, like that 600 nigga. Same one woofing. When I see him, he eat cheese. Boy, I'm 240, knocking shit out. Dead home.
Hey, listen.
Boy,
hey, Wack.
yeah,
Wack.
bring that tone
I'm
down.
real different from him.
Man, we don't give a fuck about
I'm
your
real
gun.
different from
You
him,
ain't the
man.
only nigga with a gun, though, nigga.
I'm real different from him, bro. I
That's
swear
what
to
we
God.
was doing it before you. Do you
I
understand that?
I do it better on my baby.
He thinks this is entertainment, you know what I'm saying? And it is. I think people is tuning in because, you know, people love a good argument like that. But the way act is just, I don't know, the way, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I don't want to just point fingers at nobody, but I guess that's just what it is, you know what I'm saying? I mean, the only thing anyone could do really at this point is maybe someone that's pushing peace can come through and maybe they can arrange a mediation between, you know what I'm saying, Wack and Zay and something, get something going on to see if they can get some diplomacy going or something, you know what I'm saying, to figure it out. But, you know what I'm saying, where's the money in that? People want to see the smoke really. So, you know what I'm saying, at this point it is what it is. So, I mean, it's just that when it comes down to it, you know, Zay, he got off on a light sentence. And if you ain't got the paperwork to prove that he told on nobody, you can't really be playing with nobody's name because these are rappers who have careers and reputations to uphold. So you can't just be out here just saying, oh, they telling just because you don't like the sentence they got. You think they should have got way more time. You know what I'm saying? It's like Wack is acting like the time police, like you acting like the you know what I'm saying, you upset the judge didn't give him more time. You know what I'm saying? He got a light sentence and that's just what it is. Now, given, I will admit, Wack has a point as far as it being unusual. It seems very unusual that he would get such a light sentence, but maybe the case was weak. Maybe it was something where, you know what I'm saying, like I said, it could have been in, the Uber could have been in someone else's name, and it could have been kind of not such a slam dunk case. Maybe maybe there's some type of thing where I guess somebody else was in the car with him too. It could have been, you know what I'm saying, something to where it wasn't as solid as a case as they might have thought it was, so they negotiated a sweet deal. You know what I'm saying? There could be reasons why he got such a light sentence. You know what I'm saying? So we can't just jump to conclusions, you know what I'm saying, just because you think the sentence was real light. So yeah, that's about it, y'all. Hey, let me know what you think about Zay getting only 14 months for a switch. Is that, you know what I'm saying, realistic, or do you think something's going on, or did he just catch a break? You know what I'm saying? And let me know what you think about Wack 100 and all them going back and forth, him and Zay. You know what I'm saying, who won that battle with that argument and all that. Let me know everything you want to talk about in the comment section. Plus, I'm going to leave links for y'all. Make sure you like the video. Let's get over 100 likes. Make sure you subscribe and all that. And then follow Rap HITZ on social media and all that. I'm out.